Okay, guys, let's start with the talking about functions. Let's start with the notation. Will be f of x. We're gonna write it like this every time we're talking about functions, and we're gonna say it f of x. The input is the x values. The output will be f of x or y values. Okay. Now, when we're talking about function, it's like a machine. We need to get an input in order to get an output. The input will be the domain. The output will be the range. Okay, for every input, we must have an output. Two different inputs can have the same output, which is many to one, it is a function. One to one, it is a function. So one to one will be a function, many to one will be a function, but one input, two different outputs, then there will be no function. Let's talk about a little bit about the vocabulary. We had relation. Relation is any representation of graph, table, or ordered pairs, but a function is a special type of relation which each input relates exactly to one output. Okay, this is the different ways we're going to represent functions as a set of ordered pairs, tables, mapping, or graphs. Let's start with the set of ordered pairs. We had this set of coordinates or ordered pairs. We need to look at the x values. Okay, when we have ordered pairs, we look at the x values. If these x values are different, means it is a function. Let's see at this one. We look at the x values only or the input. If the inputs are uh, different, it's a function. But here, the 6, we had two number 6 with different outputs, A and output B. So this one will be not a function. When we have a table, will be the same. We look at the x values. Even though the output is the same, if the input is different, then we're talking about a function. Let's see this example. We have the input number 8 repeating. So if it is repeating, we're saying it's not a function. Okay. Then we have the mapping. When we have mapping, many, 2 and 4, many to 1, it's allowed. 1 to 1 is allowed. So many to 1 or 1 to 1 is allowed. Then we're talking about a function. But in this example, 1 to many, so one input, two different outputs is not allowed. So we're saying this one is not a function. Then at the end, we have the graphs. For the graphs, we're going to use what we call vertical line test. So if it is possible for a vertical line to intersect a graph more than one point, then it's not a function. Let's see some examples. We had this one. Let's use a vertical line, this green one, and go over the graph, and we're touching only one point at a time. We're not touching 2 points using the vertical line test. So this one will be a function. Let's see this one. We use the vertical line test, and we can see that here at this point, we're going to touch 2 points at the same time. We can see the order pairs, 1 and 1 is repeating, so this one will be not a function. We can have graphs like this graph that is continuous. We use the vertical line test. We can see that it's only touching once the time the graph. So yes, this one will be a function. Thank you.